Right. So allowing your body to fall nice and heavy, laying flat on your mat, making any movement in this moment that you feel like you're craving to make as you give yourself permission to settle into your practice today. So give yourself this time to allow your eyes specifically to close, to fall heavy, and allow the rest of your face to respond to this relaxation. Now allow a moment just to notice your breathing, to fall into a state of connecting your breath with subtle movements of your body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Let's give ourselves permission today to focus on building our energy, to building our strength. And doing this in a way where in these moments we're giving ourselves the time to slow down. So let's create some length within our breathing. Let's connect with our inhales to counts of 6 and our exhales to counts of 4. It being the beginning portions of our practice today, just notice how you connect with your breath in this way. Let's just do 2 rounds here, completing your next exhale. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Once you've completed your next exhale, just begin to bend your knees and bring them in towards your chest. Take the hands to the tops of your shins and just give yourself a bit of movement by rocking from side to side. Maybe even finding some small circles in your lower back, just taking them in both directions here. We're going to release the soles of the feet back onto our mat, and we're going to move in and out of bridge. So let's begin just by taking our arms alongside your body and lightly grazing the back of the heels with your fingertips. Just check in with the back of your neck. Make sure it's nice and relaxed with the chin tucked in slightly. And let's move with the rhythm of our breathing, being nice and slow. So when you are ready, as you take your next inhale, begin to lift your hips off of your mat. So just move at your own pace, continuing to connect with your inhale to maintain this lift of your hips. And as you exhale, lower the hips right back down to the mat until your exhale is complete. So continue with this movement of using your inhale to lift and using your exhale to lower your hips back down. Give ourselves 3 more rounds here, just moving on your own, connecting with this slower pace of movement. Just noticing the effects that your body is having Give ourselves one more round here, inhaling to create this lift, and exhale to lower down. Once your hips have made their way back to your mat, just heel to your feet as wide as your mat. Just give the knees a nice windshield wiper from side to side here. And we'll come back into that same sequence of lifting our hips with our inhale and lowering them with our exhale. But this time, let's incorporate our arms with this movement. So when you're nice and set and secure, use your inhale, lift your hips, and rise your arms so that they come up and over your head. Exhale to lower everything back down. So you're familiar with these movements in your body. Give yourself this time to connect with your own unique inhale to find this lift, and your own exhale to lower yourself back down. Give ourselves 3 more rounds here. Inhaling and exhale. Last round. Inhale and exhale. Once you've made your way back down to your mat, if you want to heel toe your feet as wide as your mat to windshield wiper the knees, then find that. Once you've completed that, bring the knees back into your chest. Give yourself a bit of a bear hug, just enough so that you're lifting your tailbone off of your mat. Once you've established that, release the hands back alongside your body and just straighten your legs towards your ceiling. We want to keep the tailbone lifting off of your mat so that we can make sure the lower back is making some contact with your mat. With the legs extended towards your ceiling, just allow the feet to be nice and relaxed. Check in with the back of your neck. And let's take our gaze towards our toes and just allow the toes to wiggle here. Allow the ankles now to rotate. Just be nice and playful with these movements in your feet. Just giving them a bit of love here. And now just relax the feet, and with a nice deep inhale, let's separate the legs nice and wide. And as you exhale, bring the legs back in towards each other. So let's pause for a moment here. We're going to continue with that movement of inhaling to open our legs and exhaling to close. But let's keep our navel engaged towards our spine and our tailbone slightly lifted. So when you are ready, nice deep inhale, open the legs nice and wide. Exhale, bring it in, keep the belly engaged. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the belly engaged. Inhale. And exhale. With your exhale, bring the knees back into your chest. Maybe give the lower back a bit of a massage. And since we have the belly nice and engaged, let's add a bit more. So let's take the hands into a T position. And keeping the belly pulled into the front of the spine, let the knees just fall to the left without them touching the floor. And with your inhale, bring them back in through center. So this is our movement. Exhale, bring them to the right. Just at a hover. And inhale in through center. So let's let this be nice and slow. As you exhale, let them fall. Remaining in control. Inhale in through center. Exhale to the right. And inhale center. Let's do this 2 more times on each side. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. And inhale. Last time on each side. Again, feel free to be moving at your own pace here. And once you've completed on the right, Let's lower the soles of the feet onto the mat. Take the right arm up overhead, roll to the right side of your body, and let's push ourselves up and meet in a seat in a tabletop position. Sorry. From your tabletop, let's right away come in through some cat cows. Continuing to invite movement with your body and with your breath. And when you have completed your next cat with a round back, let's meet in a neutral tabletop and we'll take downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. So let's hold our downward dog, inviting stillness in through our body and thinking about how we're engaging ourselves so that we can remain here. So let's think about heaviness in through your head. Think about pushing the hands away from you to relieve any tension from your wrists. And let's think about reaching your heels towards your mat, keeping the belly always engaged. Now that you're secure here, what's happening with the flow of your breath? Let's engage some deep breathing here. And allow this deep breathing to be just uniquely your own. Settling into your own rhythm. Just allowing the head and the eyes to remain nice and soft. When you are ready, we're going to walk our hands back towards your feet. Take your time arriving here, and once you do, find an inhale to create a halfway lift, just establishing a flat back. So relax the shoulders away from your ears. With this flat back, take your hinge forward from your hips to forward fold completely. And with an inhale, let's find wide spread arms as we rise in through standing, bringing the palms together above your crown. Exhale to bring the hands down through heart center, and let's find Swamasthiti for a moment. Just settling into this standing position. I encourage eyes closed for a moment. Just settle into this rhythm of your own unique being. We're going to make our way through a high lunge, so let's begin by stepping the right foot forward. Let's stay high on the ball of the left toe as you establish a nice deep bend in the right knee. Bring our hands towards our hips here. Let's find them squaring slightly, so bringing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Once you bring the left hip forward, try to reach out through the left heel, remaining on the ball of the big toe. Now think about the right foot as you draw down through the right heel. Your belly pulled in. Find your gaze on one fixed point. And when you are ready, if you're nice and stable, release the hands from the hips. And with an inhale, take wide spread arms. You're going to come in through a slight back bend here. So let's lift the heart up towards your ceiling as you lean back slightly. Wait for your next inhale, and we're going to lower the hands on either side of the right foot. Now let's lower the left knee onto the mat, flatten the top of the foot, and walk the hands to the top of the right thigh. Feel free to bring the hands back towards your hips, just to establish the hips squaring once again. And we'll release the hands back alongside the body. Inhale, wide spread arms. This time, let's bring the palms together, interlace the fingers here, and let's reach the palms towards your ceiling. Let's lean now to the left, keeping the palms reaching away from you with the fingers interlaced. Inhale, come in through center. And exhale, lean to the right. And we'll inhale in through center. With our hands interlaced, let's bring the hands behind our head now. And as you inhale, lift up through your heart and separate the elbows nice and wide here, leaning the head back into your hands. As you exhale, drop the chin in towards your chest and bring the elbows into each other. Inhale, open it up, just last round here. And exhale, round it out. With your inhale, just release the hands back alongside the body, bringing them back towards your hips. And let's meet back in our high lunge. So let's tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee off the mat, and just establish yourself here. Bending deeply into the right knee. And then from here, we'll heel toe our feet and come back to the back of our mat, finding our standing position, Swamasthiti, with the arms alongside the body. We're going to take one half sun salutation here just to reset our spine before we find that same sequence on the opposite side. So when you are ready, inhale, wide spread arms. Just move at your own pace here. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, wide spread arms. Exhale, Swamasthiti. Taking a moment in your Swamasthiti. This side might feel a bit better, just knowing where the sequence is taking us. So let's step the left foot forward. Let's find our high lunge here. So one side might feel very different than the other as well. So let's be patient settling into the shape on this side. So bring your hands towards your hips and establish a nice deep bend into the left knee. Stay on the ball of the big toe of the right as you reach the heel away from you, drawing the right hip forward. Draw down through the left heel as you bring the left hip back. Belly's in, shoulders are relaxed. Now release the arms alongside the body. With a nice deep inhale, take widespread arms to shoulder width apart. Holding it here, just establishing yourself in this shape. And let's come into a gentle back bend by leaning back, lifting through your heart. Just noticing your stability. It's okay if you fall out of this posture. Let's wait for your next inhale here to lower the hands on either side of the left foot. Let's lower the right knee onto the mat. Flatten the top of the foot. Walk the hands to the top of the left thigh. Give yourself a moment. Establish yourself here with the hands to the hips, keeping them nice and square. Release the hands alongside your body. Inhale, wide spread arms. With the palms together now, interlace them in a way that feels unnatural to you as you reach the palms up towards your ceiling. And with an exhale, lean to the right. With an inhale, come in through center. With an exhale, lean to the left. It's okay if your balance is not as stable as you'd like today. Inhale in through center. Hands behind the head. Wait for your next inhale. Lean the head back. You lift up through your chest. Exhale, round out through your back. Bringing the elbows towards each other. One more time here. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round it up. Inhale as you come in through center, release the hands back alongside the body, bringing them in towards your hips. And let's find our high lunge once again. So tucking the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat. Just establish yourself here for a moment, remaining with a nice deep bend in the left knee. And then from here, let's heel toe our feet back to the back of your mat, finding your Swamasthiti here. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. How's your body? And has there been any heat that has built up? Just give yourself this time to just simply catch your breath. We're going to move back into that half sun salutation. Let's slow our breath down here. So when you are ready, inhale, wide spread arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, wide spread arms in through standing. And exhale, hands down through heart center, Swamasthiti here. With the shoulders rolled back so the heart has a nice space to be open. Just taking a moment here, standing position. From here, we're going to make our way into chair pose. So with your inhale, sink your hips nice and low as you rise the arms up, keeping them shoulder width apart, biceps beside the ears. We're only going to be here for a moment. So in this moment, just think about pulling in your belly and reaching the fingertips away from you. Let's wait for your next exhale to create this hinge forward from your hips so that you can forward fold completely. Just reset with a halfway lift, nice flat back here. And an exhale to forward fold. And let's hold it here. Giving the head maybe a nod yes and a nod no, just to loosen it out. And let's hold this forward fold. Think about what's happening within your face, the effects of your breath. Just allow a micro bend in your knees here. And we're going to walk the hands out in front of you until we can find our downward dog once again. And right away, once you have established your downward dog, take your inhale to come forward in through your plank. From your plank, lower the knees to the mat and begin to round your back in through your cat. Inhale in through your cow. And with your exhale, let's come into extended child's pose. So sink the hips back towards your heels. And just continue to invite the hands to be extended out in front of you. Maybe you can walk them a bit further away. Let's keep the elbows lifting off of your mat so that this is a nice active posture. Once you've established yourself there, let the head become heavy again. Maybe in this moment, your head rests onto your mat. You're feeling a bit of length in the side bodies. You're feeling this length along your spine. And now that your elbows are lifted, just release them onto your mat. Notice this heaviness that you now feel throughout your body. Giving yourself permission to just simply remain here in stillness. To notice how the belly feels resting on top of your thighs, and how relaxed you can maintain those muscles in your face. Notice your breathing now. Notice how it shifts. In our extended child's pose, we're going to move into a side stretch. So with your next inhale, just push the hands into your mat so that you can rise up just about halfway. And we'll walk our hands as far to the left as you can. Try to keep the hands about shoulder width apart here. And as you take your next breath in, draw down into both of your hands. And as you exhale, let the head become heavy. Let's continue to keep the elbows lifted here. And let's now pay more attention to our right hand drawing into your mat. Just looking for that nice stretch in your right side body. And with your next inhale, just find a halfway lift. And as you exhale, walk your hands back in through center. With your inhale, just establish a flat back here. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way to the right now. As far as you can. Keep the elbows lifting off of your mat and establish your inhale to draw the hands away from you. And as you exhale, the head becomes heavy. Think about pushing a bit more into your left hand now. Just finding that nice openness in your left side body. And with your next inhale, just come up halfway. And as you exhale, walk your hands back in through center. Take an inhale here just to reset your back into a halfway lift. And with your next inhale, let's slowly make our way back in through our neutral tabletop. Let's give ourselves a couple of cat-cows here just to reset your spine. Once you've played around with resetting your spine, let's make our way back into a downward dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. This time, let's play around with our downward dog. So let the hips just nicely sway from side to side. Let's bend into one knee and then into the other. Let the head just look from side to side as well. Nice, playful downward dog. Let's come in through stillness and let's move in through a flow. So as you inhale, let's come forward into your plank. This time as you exhale, once you lower the knees to the mat, let's lower our chest and belly. Inhale, find your baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. So before we continue with this flow, let's slow our breath down to create this movement in your body. So let's even out our breaths to counts of 5 for our inhales and our exhales. Let's take a comfortable breath in here, a comfortable breath out. And we'll inhale 2, come forward into your plank. 4, 5, exhale, lower the knees, lower chest and belly. 5, inhale, baby cobra. 4, 5, exhale, downward dog. 4, 5. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, modified chaturanga. 4, 5. Inhale, baby cobra. 5. Exhale, downward dog. 4, 5. Try this last round with eyes closed. Inhale, forward. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. From our downward dog, let's release our knees to the mat and come back into child's pose, but let's bring the arms alongside your body now, allowing the palms to face the ceiling. If it's really uncomfortable for you to have the arms alongside the body, no problem. Just keep the arms straight out in front of you. Just make sure there's no tension onto your wrist, so allow the palms to face the ceiling. And if the floor is not touching your head, then maybe stack your fists. Or if you have a prop, so that your head can rest on something here. Give yourself this moment to just adjust into being back in this child's pose. The ultimate resting posture. Now notice your body. Begin to scan yourself. Just being aware of the effects of just simply being in this shape. And can you give yourself a few moments to allow your breath to lengthen? How do you respond to stillness, to silence, to deep breathing? When you are ready, slowly invite yourself back into a tabletop. If you would like to make a couple cat cows here, you can. But for now, we'll release our legs straight out in front of you and just come to lay flat on your back once again. If you're comfortable to keep the legs straight onto your mat, then find that. Find the arms alongside your body with the palms facing the ceiling. And as always, check in with the back of your neck. Find corpse posture here. Just giving yourself a moment to absorb. Noticing that area between your brows here. Just allow it to soften. Once you've allowed your body to find a moment of relaxation again, we're going to move into some pranayama exercises. So if you're happy remaining in this position with the legs straight, you can remain here. If you want something different, maybe your hips aren't too happy with the legs straight, you can bend your knees and allow the knees to fall in towards midline. Or if you want a bit more, maybe come in through butterfly with the soles of the feet together and the knees falling wide. So play around with different options and come into one that you are most comfortable in. We're going to come back into lengthening our breath. So let's begin with that count of 6 that we started with our inhale, and that count of 4 with our exhale. This time, we're going to do a total of 4 rounds of this. As we come into this sequence of breathing in this way, just be aware of where your mind takes you. So let's all begin with a nice comfortable breath in and a comfortable breath out. We'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Just notice this rhythm with your breathing. Notice the effects that it has had over your thoughts. If you need to readjust your body here, then take a moment to do so. We're going to come into one more exercise of breathing. This time we're going to find a bit more length with our exhale. So often our exhales are where the challenge can really present itself in controlling our breath. My advice in this moment is to remember that you're in control of your breath. So try not to rush the exhalation. Let it be slow. And let the lower abdomen assist you in drawing air out of your body. So this time we're going to take our inhales to counts of 5 and our exhales for counts of 5. We're going to do a total of 4 rounds of this. Let's take a nice comfortable breath in here. And a comfortable breath out. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just notice these effects. Allow your forehead to relax. If you are in your butterfly here, let the hands come to the outer thighs so that you can assist in bringing the knees into each other. If your legs are straight, then bend them here. And let's bring the knees into your chest. Just give yourself some time to invite this gentle movement of simply rocking from side to side. We're going to come into a still supine twist. So with the knees nice and close into your chest, let's bring our hands into a T position. And just allow your knees to fall all the way to the left, letting them soften there as you continue to ground down here through your right shoulder. If you want to make a bit of movement in your body here and maybe explore the posture, maybe straighten the right leg. Just as long as you're keeping the right shoulder grounded. By all means, if you can grab hold of your right foot, grab hold of that. Give yourself a moment in this shape to take a nice deep breath in. Encourage this. Notice the twist in your torso. Continue to ground through your right shoulder. When you are ready, just slowly invite your knees back in through center. Just making any adjustments here, maybe finding some gentle movement from side to side before allowing the knees to fall all the way to the right. Let them relax there. Notice any crinks or cracks in your spine as you ground down now through your left shoulder. You played around with straightening the top leg, then find that here. Maybe grabbing hold of the foot, maybe not. Continue to ground through the left shoulder. Enjoy this twist in your body. And encourage a nice deep inhale. Let your body soften with your breath. When you are ready, bringing your knees back in through center. Give ourselves one more nice big bear hug. This time, let's bring your forehead in towards your knees. And from here, let's rock forward and back all along your spine. When you are ready, let's meet in a seated position with the legs extended out in front of you, our familiar forward fold. So once you've taken your time to set yourself up, use your inhale, find wide spread arms. Use your exhale, reach for your feet. You're not grabbing hold of the feet, that's not an issue. Just allow the head to be heavy here. And continue to invite the legs to be engaged by drawing down in towards your mat, keeping the feet nice and flexed. You've fallen into a shape. How has your breath responded? How have your thoughts responded? Have you maintained softness in through your face? Can you now settle back into a deep rhythm with your breathing? Listen to your body, to your breath. As we remain here in a moment of stillness and silence. Soften your jaw. Relax your eyes. And with your next inhale, let's slowly rise up and away. This time, with your inhale, let's come in through some side stretches as you take the arms wide spread to shoulder width apart. Let's release the left hand, open up through the right side body, reach out through the right fingertips. Inhale in through center. Exhale, make your way to the right. Open up the left side body. And we'll inhale in through center. You exhale, just bring the hands behind your hips, rest them there. Roll your shoulders back and lift up through your heart. Keep our gaze towards our feet, and with your inhale, just point the toes away from you. With your exhale, flex the feet, drawing the toes towards you. Just 2 more times like this. Inhaling to point and exhaling to flex. Last round, inhale and exhale. From here, let's come into a cross-legged position. We're going to move back into a twist. So with an inhale, take wide spread arms. As you exhale, just twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the top of the right thigh, or the left side. Take the left hand and line it with your spine, maybe bringing it straight up against it so that you can maintain length. Let's hold it here. Let's think about drawing the back of the right hand into the top of the left thigh, keeping that maintained. Now try and broaden your chest, separating your shoulders from each other. Even think about drawing down into the left hand. Now that you're nice and secure here, maybe we turn our head to look past the left shoulder. Soften your knees, soften your gaze. How does it feel to remain here? And can you maintain this while deepening your breath? Just notice the restrictions in your breathing. And let's slowly now just release your twist, coming back in through center, and just allow everything to shift in through neutral here. With an inhale, take wide spread arms. With your exhale, now twist very gently towards the right, using the back of the left hand to the top of the right thigh. Establish the right hand right up against your spine. So give yourself this moment to adjust. Now establish drawing the left hand into the top of the right thigh. Try not to lose that engagement. Lift up through your chest slightly. Even draw down through the right hand to maintain length. Maybe now we turn our head. How's the quality of your gaze here? Just soften it. Soften your knees. How's your breath? Can you lengthen it here? Where's the restriction in your breathing? When you are ready, just very slowly invite your twist back in through center. Just feel everything readjusting itself. From here, let's take wide spread arms, bring the palms together. Now as you exhale, bring them down through heart center. And we'll just release the hands to the tops of the knees. Find the elbows nice and close and towards your side body. Find the eyes closed for a moment. And just scan your body in this simple seated position. How do you feel? How is your breath? How is the quality of your thoughts? My goal as an instructor is to provide clarity in your mind. Let's focus our energy for a moment on inviting love and protection to surround us, to remain in peace, free of adversity. Call back your energy, call back your strength. In this next moment of your practice, you can choose to remain here for a moment, perhaps even thinking those thoughts. If there are any movements that you are craving to make in your body, please feel free to make them. If you are ready for your Shavasana, by all means, please allow yourself to arrive there. I will cue you when we should all be in our final resting posture. You have arrived here in your Shavasana. You have given yourself permission to remain in peace and in stillness, and to know that you are surrounded by love and protection. You have called back your power. You have called back your strength so that you can allow this moment for you to simply be. before you allow life to return to your being, just be aware of the effects that your practice has had on you today. Think about this moment as a sense of rebirth of yourself. As you now begin to invite this movement back into your body, maybe a smile onto your face, as you allow yourself to slowly come back into a seated position with the palms together at heart center. Encourage here, just bowing towards your fingertips. Allow this to be a sign of respect to your mind, body, and spirit. And please allow us to honor the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, of the directions of north, south, east, and west, and what is respectfully above, below, and in between. Please allow us now to close with the sound of Om, followed by Aum. When you are ready, inhaling deeply. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today.